Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana Murphy. I do all kinds of different videos, but today I'm focusing on a waitress horror story of mine. I did do one other video like this in the past. I'll link it down below and it'll probably be somewhere like up here, whatever side it appears on. But this is back at popular demand. I mean, the video wasn't overwhelmingly popular. However, lots of people I know told me they really enjoyed the video and they'd love to see another one. And I did mention in that video that I do have another story that I'd love to share that's along the same lines as my last one. So I don't really want to make this intro too long because the last video ended up being pretty long. However, I don't think this story is going to take quite as long to tell. But I just want to get right into the video. Definitely like, comment down below other ideas for videos, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every single person who has subscribed to my channel in the past and who supports me on all my social media. And let's just get right into the video. So this other incident actually didn't occur that long ago either. I would say it was maybe 2 months ago, definitely some point in the fall or early winter. But it happened with a couple who I knew from the very first moment they arrived that we were going to have issues. I mean, I like to think I'm pretty easy to get along with, but that being said, sometimes I can tell from the first moment I'm at a table that the customers and I just aren't gonna get along that well. I mean, maybe that happens like every 1 in 50 tables or so it's not like it's a huge issue I have, but it does happen. And I mean, I'm not rude to them or anything, I just that I know from that first moment we're not gonna get along, and usually it actually means I have to put an extra effort to keeping them happy. So anyway, these people walk through the front door. It wasn't even my scheduled shift. I had taken it from a friend of mine. I was doing like half of his shift. Anyway, so they walk through the front door and I can already tell they're gonna be a troublesome table. And if you're a server, you know exactly what I mean. Like, these people are gonna be just difficult overall. So anyway, they come in, I see them in my section because I'm the only section that's open. And the first thing they ask about is this discount menu that the restaurant that I work at runs. This is only for a very particular time of the day and a certain day of the week even, and it wasn't available at that time. So I told them it wasn't available and they were already irritated about that, but it was whatever. And I went to go get them drinks. And I had just determined in my mind that I was going to be overwhelmingly perfect for this table. They're my only table. Like, I mean, this is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to say, so I didn't have a lot more going on than just dealing with this one table. So I determined I was being perfect. So anyway, I grab their drinks and I come back and I'm talking to them, and they're not in an awesome mood to begin with, but I take their order and the lady goes to me,
"So, the last time I was here, I got a free coleslaw."
and I was thinking to myself, like, okay, great. So last time you were here, someone messed up and gave you a coleslaw. That's kind of strange, but thanks for telling me. She was like,
"So, can I get a free coleslaw today too?"
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, it could have been a mistake. Let me just check with my manager and see what we can do about that for you today, because the overwhelming rule in restaurant business, which I don't agree with, but is a fact, is that the customer is always right. So I was trying to find some way to facilitate her desire without actually having to give her food for free, because that's also kind of like against the rules. So anyway, I went to go talk to my manager and I asked her what we should do, because I didn't want to just give her something for free and I didn't want to frankly just tell her flat out that she couldn't have it. So I went and asked my manager. My manager said, tell her that just this one time we're gonna give her another coleslaw for free. Tell her that the next time she comes in, she absolutely will not get anything for free. Like, this will be the last time ever. So I told the lady, yep, we'll give you a free coleslaw today, no problem. And then the woman ordered a hot turkey sandwich. And her husband, who seemed very lovely, I'll say, I actually had no issues with him whatsoever. Her husband ordered a roast beef dinner. So we get to work preparing for the food. I'd asked the kitchen to make sure they added a side of coleslaw to their order. Everything came together and I bring out the food to them. I put down the table and I started off with, everything looking okay, folks? Anything else I can grab for you right now? And they said, nope, that's it, we're good. So I head off, do other things, and I don't want to, like, you know, stand over them. And then I see that the woman isn't really eating her coleslaw. And the coleslaw, I know, is a sticking point of this meal, so I wanted to go back over and ask what was going on with that. So I make my way back over and there's the lady and I say, is everything okay? How's the coleslaw? She goes,
"Just not that good."
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, what's wrong with it today? And she said, it doesn't have enough juice in it.
It just seems different than usual.
And I said, okay, I'm really sorry to hear that. May I grab you a new coleslaw? So I just want to point out at this point, she's now getting 2 free coleslaws. So anyway, I said, can I grab you a new coleslaw? And she said yes. So I went back and I asked one of the chefs if he could prepare another coleslaw for her. So like I didn't even want like another one out of the same batch. I wanted like fresh coleslaw made. It was whipped up super quickly and I brought it out to her and she's like, yeah, that looks a lot better. And I was like, okay, that's awesome, like enjoy. I didn't even take away her first one because I already knew that this next part of the story was going to be coming. So like just wait for that part to play and it'll all make sense in a second. So I wander off and I come back and I happen to see that her husband isn't eating his vegetables. And usually, you know, I don't really care if one of my customers isn't eating a certain part of their meal. Like this guy has lots of stuff on his plate to eat, but he hasn't touched his vegetables. I'm just thinking, well, that's a little strange. So I looked him in the eye and I said, everything okay with your meal, sir? Are you enjoying your vegetables? He goes, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I just don't have room for them. I'm too full from eating all my roast beef. Anyway, so that was solved that issue for me. I was good. So I'm preparing their bill. I'm about to go over and give it to them. And the husband has just wandered off. I've got no idea where he is. So I wandered over to the woman and I brought her the bill and she goes,
this was the worst meal of my entire life.
And I said, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry to hear that. What was the issue? She goes,
well, the coleslaw was horrible.
And I was like, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And she said,
and my husband, he hated his meal. Look at all those vegetables he left behind because he didn't like them.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And she goes,
and my meal, it was horrible. Like it was just so bad and I feel like the turkey was off and I'm going to be sick.
And I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that, ma'am. But then I looked down and I saw that every single thing on their plates, including both of the coleslaws, were eaten except her husband's vegetables. And then she goes and says,
we will not be paying for this meal. There's absolutely no way I'm going to pay for this.
And that's something that really just ticks me off when customers say, because customers think they get to choose if they're going to pay for their food or not, which just isn't the way I think about things. I think that if you order something and you get it, you pay for it, because obviously the materials of the meal have been used. But there's only a few circumstances where I would understand giving away a meal for free. You know, if something's actually wrong with it, something's in it that shouldn't be there. You know, the really classic like reasons you get your meal for free. Anyway, she goes, we're absolutely not paying for this. There's absolutely no way. So I got a bit defensive and I was like, ma'am, I just want to explain that your husband did tell me that the only reason he did not eat his vegetables is he's too satisfied with his meal, that he was too full, that he ate all his roast beef. And it's not our policy to give away free food when meals are eaten in completion. So, I mean, all of her food is gone. We can't really give her a discount if she's eaten all her food. She goes,
well, that's just absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this. I'm starting to feel ill, you know, like I think I ate some rancid meat.
And you have to understand that's impossible because food that comes into a restaurant is checked, it's regulated, it's dated. There's absolutely no way for something that is rancid to get out onto a table, especially in the restaurant I work in, because they're very careful about those things. So I asked her if she would be comfortable waiting for a moment while I went and spoke to my manager. So I spoke to my manager, I explained the situation, and because where I work has been trying to get away from giving away discounts for no reason, my manager said that I was right and to go back in and let her know that she was going to have to pay her bill whether she liked it or not. So I went back and told the customer that, I mean, in the nicest of ways, like you don't tell a customer like you have to pay your bill whether you like it or not. You say, I'm really sorry, it's not our policy to give away free food. Unfortunately, you will have to pay the bill today. We look forward to seeing you again soon. We hope we can give you a better experience next time. So this lady was still like really mad, and I have other customers now and they're watching this lady freaking out. So my manager actually comes over and she explains the exact same thing to my customer and gives her her bill. And I went over to get the payment. So I mean, my manager dropped off the bill, made sure she's gonna pay, and I brought over our payment machine. So I said to her, all right, ma'am, like if you're ready to get going, I do have the machine here, you can make your payment now. And she goes,
my husband left and he has all of our money.
And out of the corner of my eye, I see her husband still in the restaurant walking out of the bathroom. I'm like, don't worry, ma'am, I can grab your husband. He's just right over there. And she literally looks at him and she goes,
I told you to go to the car.
So this woman legitimately thought that because her husband had disappeared, or she thought he was gonna disappear, that she was going to get her meal for free that day because she did not have the money for this meal that she's pretending she didn't like. Now, I mean, I feel for them. Clearly something was going on. They either didn't really have the money to pay for their meal. I don't know what the situation was, but this woman was really freaking out and then she was really mad at her husband. But anyway, husband comes over, he pays their bill. The whole way out, this lady is stopping on my table. She's telling them how she's going to the hospital. She's so sick. She thinks she's gonna die. Like, she's in so much pain. Her stomach hurts. And like the overall message I just want to give from this story is that at a restaurant, you have a lot of opportunities to make a complaint about your meal. And this lady, she was complaining about the coleslaw, but had she won her coleslaw for free and she hadn't eaten it, I would see that and I'd understand it. But you do not get your whole meal for free just because you want to get something for free one day. That's not how it works in restaurants. Unless you point out something wrong with your meal at the very start that I have an opportunity to fix, like I can bring you a new meal for it, you're not just gonna get your food for free. And this is something I find particularly bad with older people. Like, they just really think they deserve things at a discount or for free in general. And I don't know, it really grinds my gears. But anyway, that's the moral of the story, which has an interesting update actually. On the way out, she was like screaming how she'd never come back, and that's never true. Like, customers never don't come back. Like, if they have a bad experience, it's almost like it's a magnet. They're drawn back to the restaurant. Anyway, so this lady comes in with her husband again, and she gets sat in my section again, but there was absolutely no chance I was having her. So I passed her off to a friend of mine, and right after got their drinks, which they did drink, she just leaves. Like, they get up and they leave. They didn't pay for their drinks, they didn't order food, they just got up and left. I don't know what their problem was. Part of me thinks they saw me, remember the incident, and like felt like they had to leave, but I don't really know the truth around that. Maybe they were just in a rush, but I got to see them again, and I'm sure they're gonna be back again soon, so there might even be another part to this video. We'll see what happens, because these people are definitely crazy. But that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making these videos, I think, the most out of all my videos, so I wish that crazy-ish stuff would keep happening to me. Not too crazy, like your girl doesn't want to get fired, but a little crazy makes for a fun video. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely like it. Comment down below what you want to see next, whether that be things about waitressing or anything else. I have lots of different videos on this channel. Also, subscribe to my channel if you have a chance. I really appreciate it. You can hit that bell icon too if you're really feeling like it. And then follow me on Instagram at jmurphyfit or Juliana_Murphy. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys again soon.